Hello children, today we begin with problem set 2. Question number 1. Select the correct alternative and fill in the blanks in the following statements. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. So your answer is option C, 180 degrees. The number of angles formed by a transversal of two lines is 8, option C. A transversal intersects two parallel lines. If the measure of one of the angles is 40 degrees, then the measure of its corresponding angle is 40 degrees. Option A. Fourth question. In triangle ABC, angle A is 76 degrees, angle B is 48 degrees. Therefore, angle C is equal to, you have to add 76 plus 48 and subtract it from sum of all angles of a triangle, which is 180. So 180 minus 76 plus 48, your answer comes 56 degrees. So option B is your answer, 56 degrees. Fifth one, two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. If measure of one of the alternate interior angles is 75 degrees, then the measure of the other angle is 75 degrees, which is option C. Okay. We go to question number 2. Ray PQ and ray PR are perpendicular to each other. Points B and A are in the interior and exterior of angle QPR respectively. Ray PB and ray PA are perpendicular to each other. Draw a figure showing all these rays. So, this is your figure. QPR is QP perpendicular to PR. You have taken 2 points B and A which lie in the interior as well as exterior of this angle in such a way that the angle formed APB is also a right angle. Okay. Now there are few questions which they have asked you to write. First question is to find out a set of a pair of complementary angles. Okay. The first one is a pair of complementary angles. Second is a pair of supplementary angles, and third is a pair of congruent angles. So first, let's go to a pair of complementary angles. Now, complementary angles are angle QPB and angle BPR. Together, they form 90 degrees. Another set would be angle APQ and angle QPB. So these are a pair of complementary angles. Next set is to find a pair of supplementary angles. So that's angle QPR and angle APB. So together 90 plus 90, it makes 180 degrees. Third is a set of congruent angles. Angle QPR and angle APB, both are 90 degrees and hence are congruent. Second set, angle APQ and angle BPR are also congruent because both have a common angle QPB. So if I were to cancel it out or ignore it, I would get angle APQ congruent to angle BPR. So how do I get it? It's like this: angle APQ plus angle QPB. Okay, angle QPB plus angle BPR. So you find angle QPB common in both perpendicular, that is angles which are 90 degrees. So that can be cancelled out, and so you get angle APQ congruent to angle BPR. Okay, so that's the second question. Question number 3 is like this. You are given line AB parallel to line CD and line EF intersects them at points M and N respectively. Line EF is perpendicular to line AB. That means angle EMB is given to you 90 degrees. What must we prove? Line EF is perpendicular to line CD. That means you have to prove angle MND is 90 degrees. This is what you have to prove. So how is the proof? Line AB parallel to line CD given. Angle EMB is equal to angle MND. They are corresponding angles. Therefore, Angle EMB is given to you as 90 degrees. Therefore, it follows angle MND is also 90 degrees, and hence line EF perpendicular to line CD. Okay, so that's how question number 3 is. Question number 4 is like this. You are given two lines. We go to the question once. Question number 4. In figure 2.24, measures of some angles are shown. Using the measures, find measure of angle X and angle Y, and hence show that line L is parallel to line M. So first we have to find out what is X and Y, and then prove that line L is parallel to line M. Okay. So your answer would be like this. There is a slight confusion between where X is marked and where X is written. It is actually like this. Question number 4. You are given 130 degrees. You have to find X. You're given 50 degrees. We have to find out Y. Now angle X is 130 degrees because they are vertically opposite angles. Angle Y is 50 degrees because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now to prove line L parallel to line M, angle X plus angle 50 is equal to 180 degrees, right? Because angle X we know is 130 degrees. You are given the other angle is 50. So when you add both those angles, 130 plus 50, I get 180 degrees. Now, since they form a pair of interior angles and are supplementary, it follows that line L is parallel to line M. Okay. So that's how we prove question number 4. Now, you are given question number 5. This is the figure. You are given line AB parallel to line CD parallel to line EF. You are given Y is to Z as 3 is to 7. We have to find out what is angle X. Now, since you are given line AB parallel to line CD also parallel to line EF, it follows angle X is congruent to angle Z because they form a pair of alternate angles. See, suppose if we were to just consider AB and EF, let's ignore CD for a while, just consider AB and EF. Don't you think X and Z are alternate angles? Okay, therefore they are congruent. So we'll call that as equation number 1. Angle X congruent to angle Z. Equation number 1, alternate angles. Now you are given Y is to Z equal to 3 is to 7. So let the common multiple be A. Y is to X equal to 3A is to 7A. Now why have I written Y is to X is because I've proved angle Z congruent to angle X. So instead of Z, I am replacing it with X. So Y is to X is 3A is to 7A since A is a common multiple. Okay. So if I were to add both the angles X plus Y, I would get 3A plus 7A, 10A. Now angle X plus angle Y is 180 degrees because they form a pair of interior angles, AB parallel to CD. So I get 10A is 180 degrees, A is 180 by 10, 18 degrees. Now angle X is equal to 7A. Therefore 7 into 18, your answer is 126 degrees. Okay. Children, I hope it's clear. Now you have question number 6. You are given line Q parallel to line R. You have line P which is a transversal. You are given those angles A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You are given angle A is 80 degrees. Your question is to find out F and G. Okay. Now angle A plus angle A is equal to angle C, 80 degrees because they are vertically opposite angles. Angle C plus angle F equal to 180 degrees because interior angles are supplementary. Now angle C we got it as 80. So 80 plus angle F is 180 degrees. So angle F is 180 minus 80. Angle F is 100 degrees. Now angle F plus angle G is 180 degrees because it's a linear pair. So angle F is 100. Substituting that, I get angle G is 180 minus 100. Answer 80 degrees. So I've got angle F is 100 degrees and angle G is 80 degrees. There's another way that you can write Angle A and angle G are alternate exterior angles and hence are equal. Therefore, you can directly write angle G as 80 degrees also. That's another way to do it. There are different ways to solve this sum. You can do in any of the ways which according to the different angles that are there, provided it is correct. Okay. So that's question number 6. Now question number 7 is like this. This is your figure. You are given line AB is parallel to line CF. Okay. Line BC parallel to line ED. What must you prove? Angle ABC equal to angle FDE. This is what you have to prove. How is the proof? Line AB parallel to line CF given. Therefore, angle ABC equal to angle BCD, alternate angles, write it as equation number 1. Line BC parallel to line ED. Therefore, angle BCD is equal to angle FDE. They form a pair of corresponding angles. Write it as equation 2. From 1 and 2, you find angle BCD is common and hence angle ABC equal to angle FDE, which is to be proved. So that's how we do question number 7. We come to question number 8. You have been given, this is your figure, line AB is parallel to line CD, line PS is the transversal. Ray QX, ray QY, ray RX and ray RY are the angle bisectors. What must we prove? Quadrilateral QXRY is a rectangle. Children, it's a very easy sum, but you have to go through it very minutely to understand how to prove it as a rectangle. Okay? Though it's a bit lengthy, it's easy if you understand it properly. Now, to what is the first essential condition to prove that quadrilateral QXRY is a rectangle? We have to prove all those 4 angles 90 degrees. Which are the 4 angles? Angle QXR, angle XRY, angle RYQ, and angle YQX. All these 4 angles will be 90 degrees. Is that sufficient? If all 4 angles of a quadrilateral are 90 degrees, it could even be a square. So we have to prove opposite sides are congruent. That is QY congruent to XR. Similarly, RY congruent to QX. If I can prove even that, then the quadrilateral is a rectangle. So these are the things which we have to prove here. So first thing what we do is, since QX, QY, RX and RY are angle bisectors, I will write them as let angle AQX equal to angle XQR be equal to A. Next, angle BQY and angle YQR, let it be equal to B. Angle XRQ and angle XRC equal to C. Next, angle XRY equal to angle, not angle XRY, it should be angle QRY equal to angle YRD. Okay, children, there is a slight change. That fourth equation, no, it's not XRY, it should be QRY. Angle QRY equal to angle YRD equal to D. Okay, it's quite clear from the figure. Just make that change. It's not XRY, it is QRY. So you get all these different angles ABCD. Now, angle AQX plus angle XQR plus angle RQY plus angle YQB is what? 180 degrees. Why? Because A dash Q dash B. So 2A plus 2B, that's A plus B plus B is 180 degrees. It forms a linear pair. A plus A, I write it as 2A, B plus B is 2B. So 2A plus 2B is 180. Dividing by 2 throughout, I get A plus B is 90 degrees. Okay, dividing by 2. A plus B is 90 degrees. Now what is this A? Angle XQR. What is B? Angle RQY. So I get angle XQR plus angle RQY is 90 degrees. I can add both these angles together by angle addition property and I get angle XQY as 90 degrees. Okay, that's your equation number 1. Same way, I will get angle XRQ plus angle QRY, X RQ plus angle QRY equal to 90 degrees. So C plus D is 90 degrees. Therefore, angle XRY is 90 degrees by angle addition property. That's equation number 2. Okay. Now, line AB is parallel to line CD. So, I will write 2A plus 2C equal to 180 degrees. What's the reason for it? They form a pair of interior angles. AB parallel to CD. Therefore, 2A plus 2C equal to 180 degrees. We are talking about angle AQR and angle QRC. Children, I hope you're understanding. Look at the figure carefully. Angle AQR plus angle QRC is 2A plus 2C. They form a pair of interior angles which is supplementary. And so, 2A plus 2C is 180 degrees interior angles and A plus C is 90 degrees. Okay. Now call it equation number 3. Now consider triangle XQR. Okay. Consider triangle XQR. We got angle A plus angle C 90 degrees. Now look at angle XQR. A plus C is 90. What are we left with? Angle QXR. Now we know sum of all three angles in a triangle is 180. If angle A plus angle C is 90, what do you understand from there? Angle QXR is 90 degrees because sum of all those three angles should be 180 degrees. So angle QXR you get 90 degrees. Now this is what I have written. In triangle QXR, angle XQR plus angle XRQ is 90 degrees from 3 and therefore angle QXR is 90 degrees, equation number 4. Because sum of all angles in a triangle should be 180 degrees. Call it as equation number 4. Similarly, in triangle QYR, using the same method, you will get angle QYR equal to 90 degrees. Call it equation number 5. Now, if I consider equations 1, 2, 4 and 5, I have got all 4 angles of that quadrilateral 90 degrees. Okay. So, I have proved all 4 angles 90. What is the next thing I have to prove? I have to prove opposite sides congruent. For that, what I'll do is, I'll consider triangle XQR and triangle QYR. Now, do you agree angle AQR and angle QRD are congruent? Why? Because they form a pair of alternate angles. AQR and angle QRD are alternate angles. You are given AB parallel to CD. So they form a pair of alternate angles. Now angle AQR I can write it as 2A and angle QRD I can write it as 2D. So 2A equal to 2D means A is equal to D. Right? Similarly, on the other side, 2B equal to 2C. That means B is equal to C. Okay. Now look at triangles QXR and angle QYR. I've got A is equal to D. Means angle XQR equal to angle QRY. I've got B is equal to C. That means angle YQR equal to angle QRX. Okay. Segment QR is a common side for both these triangles. Therefore, triangle XQR is congruent to triangle YQR by ASA test. Okay. Therefore, segment QX congruent to segment RY, CSCT. Segment QY congruent to segment XR, CSCT. Therefore, quadrilateral QXRY is a rectangle. I have proved all 4 angles 90 degrees and I have proved opposite sides also congruent by ASA test after proving the triangles congruent, and hence the quadrilateral is a rectangle. Now, what I have explained to you, I have written in these the last paragraph here. See, after proving all angles 90, 2A equal to 2D, therefore angle A equal to angle D. Same way, angle B equal to angle C. Now consider these two triangles. You have two angles congruent, you have a common side. Therefore, triangles are congruent by ASA test. Therefore, the opposite sides become congruent and therefore the quadrilateral is a rectangle. Now children, you will go through this once again properly with the figure. You will draw it, mark these angles, properly look at what I have explained and try to do it yourself to understand it clearly. Okay. So with that, we finish question number 8. of the problem set, and therefore we finish with all the questions which are there in your problem set. I hope you have understood it. Go through it carefully and please write it down in your classworks. So with this, we finish lesson number 2, parallel lines. In the next session that we have, we will start with the chapter triangles. Okay. Thank you, children.